This is what we're installing today, some block mosaics on sheets. This is a trim to go around the edge of it to bring your outlet out about the thickness of the tile after you smooth. That's how you mark it. Use a tape measure to measure where the outlet goes on the back, and you use a knife to cut it out. Yeah. So that's how you do it. That's why it's good to have a brush, see? Make sure you keep wetting it. And don't worry if tile falls off. You can always just butter it, okay? But you want to make sure you get it all wet. It's all wet, because if it's not wet, you go to pull out that paper and it'll pull out the tile. So, like I said, don't go too far. Take your time. If you take your time and don't get nervous and just relax, everything will be cool. This is a tricky little design, but we'll get through it, gang. Me and you. Now you find out when your V-notch is not deep enough. That's what happens, is not enough thin set on the wall. So what I gotta do is butter all these up. Then I'll get a deeper notch trowel for the next application, because you see how these are just falling off. They shouldn't be doing that. I mean, that's a pain in the butt right there. That's some time to butter all these little pieces. So we learned a lesson. Now I should have just started off with like 1 or 2 sheets, you know. Normally I'll do the whole thing, but just be careful when you start this stuff. Don't get freaked out. It happens. Tile falls off the wall. Just learn what you're doing, figure it out, and go, okay, that's how you begin. So just time to get butter. Okay, gang, what I did was I put all these in first, just to get the guide, like, see that? Now I'll put all the little ones in. So if this has happened to you, just so you have the lines, go across and then you can fill up everything. So there you go. And then I went on and straightened them all. So now I'll put in the rest of them. Okay, that's just a plan I formulate as I'm going along. Okay, that's what happens when thing goes wrong. Kind of think, is formulate a plan, and just keep at it. You'll do it. I know you can. Tile, man, and never that happens. What I'm doing is I formed a plan. I'm working from the bottom up, putting all these pieces in. So that's working for me. So then I'll put all the cuts in, and I'll continue down the wall. Okay, gang, we're gonna try with a deeper notch trowel. See that? Okay, YouTubers, you do-it-yourselfers, you contractors, this is how it should come off. We have the right thin set. See? That. None come off. Barely any, see? Just that one, okay. Alright. See? Barely any coming off. We have the right thin set on there. It shouldn't come off like it did. Some, but not much. So what I'll do is I'll wet these. You see, a little deeper. I'll go all the way over here. I'll get all this done. I won't go any further. So there you go. You have the right thin set. And I'm using this or a wood or a rubber trowel works.